Certainly. So when you are a criminal and you want to infect machines for your personal gains, for example, to use them to send spam messages or to mine cryptocurrency or to do advertisements, these kind of things, you are going to cast a wide net and you're going to infect machines on the internet, for example, by phishing or by drive-by downloads, these kind of things. But then the problem is, now you've infected a number of machines, let's say hundreds or even thousands of computers, which are now running your malware. How do you get commands to them? How do you instruct them what to do? So what you need is a command and control server, some machine, some central point where all of these infected computers are contacting, asking for things to do. For example, which emails should I send out, or where they're uploading some data, because some of the malware might be even stealing your credentials, your passports, your credit card information. Somewhere this information needs to be dumped so that the cyber criminal can actually make use of it. So this is what we call a command and control server. And that's kind of the central point, the overview point, where the bot master has an overview of what's currently going on, like how many bots are there, where they can send commands. And we even know about these CNC infrastructures where the bot master can take a chunk out of the botnet and rent it out to other people.
So the best defense that we have right now is really to make sure that our basic cyber hygiene practices are as strong as they can be.
Absolutely. I think, a lot of what we do right now in cybersecurity can be improved using very little money and very little effort. We often see our users as being the weakest link in the whole chain, and the users who are inadvertently clicking on phishing links, etc. So my professorship is not only in cybersecurity, but also in enterprise security, because I think it's also about the embedding of technology in the enterprise context where the big challenges arise. So I see it much more positive. I think, in the sense that the users are actually your strongest defense mechanism that you have inside the organization. So if you grow a culture about security awareness, of people reporting these kind of things, about having good security measures, a good compartmentalization of money, data loss prevention, backup strategies, all of those things that with relatively little money can be implemented, this probably goes a much further way to prevent these disasters from happening, especially once something happens, to recover from it as efficiently as possible. Because what I observe is that in many compromises, the most money is lost during the recovery action, because the organizations are not prepared to roll back to the status quo, because the process are interrupted, there's no backup, people can't really do their normal work, and that's what is really costly. So if we angle for these, we can also at the same time clean up this mess. So if we empower the people to report it, we will be better off in the end.
Yeah, exactly. So in terms of recovery and response, I think we can dedicate another podcast to talk in detail the best practices for cyber defenders. So, Professor, thank you so much for your time today to talk about your work with your colleagues on the emerging role of Bitcoin in powering advanced malware. And it's very interesting, I believe, for many to realize that Bitcoin blockchain is not just for payments, but as with any technology, it can be used for other purposes when there's opportunity to do so. Thank you so much for your time today again.
Thank you for having me.